Okay, so you had an amazing first date. Everything went really, really well. And then you haven't really heard from him. Or he's really kind of become scarce with the texting. And you're wondering what the heck is going on because you had a connection, he had a connection, so why is there this distance? Well, stick with me because in this video, I'm actually going to tell you why he pulls back after your amazing first date. Hey guys and girls, it's Renee Slansky. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and my bedroom. I am a professional dating and relationship coach and I help men and women around the world find, cultivate and build the relationship that they desire and deserve. It is my mission to make dating easier. Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about something that I hear all the time, and that's when you've had a great date with someone and then all of a sudden it doesn't really seem to progress, or you don't hear from him again, or he pulls back, or becomes really kind of ambiguous and then basically just fizzles out. It's like you've had the climax and there's nowhere else to go. So I'm going to give you five reasons why this happens, and here they are. The first reason is this: you've given too much too soon. If you're going to go on a date beyond 2 hours with somebody, or turn it into a 5-hour marathon or a 24-hour date marathon, then basically you've given them everything and there's nowhere really to go from that. And you run the risk of them feeling that they've got everything that they need to know, so therefore there's no mystery, there's no intrigue, and there's no chase involved. And I see this happen often, and I've actually experienced it myself years back, where I went on a 24-hour date. Like literally, we started off with breakfast, then we went to a walk in the park and did some art and craft, and we came back and we had dinner, we went to the gym, and before you knew it, it was kind of, we stayed over and nothing happened. And then by the next day, I was just gagging to leave because it was just too much. And I felt that I was completely suffocating. It was almost like I was the guy in the relationship at that time. Okay. So if you're going on a date with a guy and you're giving too much, even if you've got a great connection with them, then basically you're removing the chase from that relationship. And that's one of the major things that both people, I personally think, need in the beginning to want to continue to invest more, but more specifically men than women. So pace yourself. Even if you've got a great connection with a guy, it doesn't give you permission to go and just spill everything and give everything and do everything all in the first 24 hours. The whole reason why we love dating is because of the excitement and the adventure and, what's going to happen next. And we're slowly learning more about this person, and it's wonderful. If you just give them everything up front, it's kind of like, well, where do you go to from there? And that's usually why they'll end up pulling back. Number two, there's no attraction. I went on a date once. Here's all my dating stories. I went on a date once with a guy, and I just so was not attracted to him. We had a nice date and I was happy to, obviously see that date out. And that's why I don't think first dates should be dinner dates, because if you don't really like the person and you're kind of stuck with him for the next 3 hours, you're better off just keeping something really casual, because that way you can leave and it's not as obvious. But we went on this date. We ended up like chatting and, everything like that. And at the end of the date, he dropped me home. I gave him a peck on the cheek, like nothing, okay, just to kind of say thank you, and that's it. And then he messaged me afterwards saying, I had an amazing time, I can't wait to see you again. And I wrote back saying, look, I don't think I actually want to see you again. I realize that I'm not really feeling anything. I'm not attracted to you, and I don't think it'd be fair if I decided to have another date to you. I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. Well, of course he was totally offended, because God forbid that no one was attracted to him. But my point is, sometimes you can feel a connection, but the other person may not. And if they've pulled back after this great date that you've had, chances are they haven't had the same experience, okay? And we project on other people what it is that we're actually feeling ourselves, and it's not necessarily the truth. Sometimes people are just being polite, okay? And we need to understand that everyone's entitled to how they feel when they're on that date with that person, whether you do feel something or whether the person doesn't feel anything. And so if they've actually pulled back after this great date that you've had with them, it could be because they're simply not attracted to you and they're not wanting to pursue things further. Okay, number three, there is no chase and no challenge. Again, this kind of leads back to point number one, where you've given everything away too soon, so therefore they don't feel like they've got anywhere to go from that. one of the big things that we're attracted to men is that we are able to have them woo us and have them chase us. So if you're just giving him everything, then he's not really going to want to continue to pour into you because he doesn't need to, because you've literally just given him everything, okay? And one of the big things that men need is they actually need to know that they are able to chase you, that they're able to have that challenge in front of them. Men want to know that the woman that they're investing into them, the woman that they're going to give their time, their money, their effort to, is a woman that they walk away feeling better about themselves. And that's because their own masculine needs have been met. And one of those needs is chase and challenge. Now, ladies, we're also the same. Sometimes when we go on a date with a guy, if he's made it too easy and it's just come across too strong, we're actually going to really back off and we're not going to want to see him again because we don't find any chase or challenge in that as well. I know typically we normally think of men being the ones to need chase, but I also personally think we as women like to have a little bit of chase and challenge as well because it's what makes it exciting and what makes us think about that person even more. So if someone has actually pulled back after a first date, it could be purely because there is no chase or challenge left. This is why it's really important to pace yourself, to not go in full on straight away, and to actually, even if you do feel something for them, realize that you've got plenty of time to get to know them, and you're better off doing that over time instead of feeling that you can just jump on that connection and just go 100% from the first go. Okay, another reason could be this. They're actually seeing other people. That's right. People go on multiple dates with multiple people. I knew back in the day I went on a breakfast date and then a lunch date with two different guys, and then they ended up knowing each other, and thank goodness they didn't put the two together that I went on a date with both of them. So don't do that. But my point is, if you're going on a date with someone and you don't hear from them again, or they're being kind of really in and out, hot and cold, you're not really sure, then it could be because they're actually seeing somebody else. Don't forget, if you've met them on a dating app especially, chances are they've got other women that they're talking to. Why? Because, you haven't been the only person that they've been in contact with, and they might have already had 5 or 6 other dates lined up, and they have access to other people. That's the problem with dating apps. We assume that when we go on a date with someone from a dating app that they're just going to think about us and only us. And hopefully if they're the right person, then they will. That's why it's important to have a really strong, successful first date. But at the same time, if there's someone who is constantly looking for the next person and the next person and they wanted to try before they buy, then their mentality will be, well, I'm not going to keep prioritizing the person that I just had a date with because I got what I wanted, whether it was, all the information that he needed to know about you or sex. And now he's going to start putting time and effort into other women to work out what challenges and things that he can have from those women as well. Now, I've actually done a video on this to work out whether or not he is seeing other women. So if you want to actually watch that, all you need to do is click the link up above. And lastly, why he disappeared on you after the first date is simply because he is not feeling that he likes himself when he's with you. Men really want to commit to a woman or they want to continue to invest into a woman when they feel good about themselves when they're with that woman. So if he doesn't feel that he is challenged by you, that he's not attracted to you, that there's no curiosity, no mystery, then he's not really going to feel that he's getting anything out of that relationship if he was going to continue to build it. So he's just literally ending it right there. He also might be someone that's just not ready to take it to a next level. And if you have had this great date with this guy and it's something that he wasn't really expecting and it scared him a little bit, then he'll also pull back as well. Now, girls, obviously we want to make sure that you are investing into a man who really actually knows how to give you what it is that you want and vice versa. So what I've done is I've actually put together a completely free masterclass on how to actually accelerate your love life within a 30-day period. I know that sounds crazy, but you can actually do it, and how to attract quality men who actually want to invest into you. And if that is something that you want to do, then I want you to click the link in my little description below and simply register for that. It is totally free and it's only available for a limited time. So jump on that and get educated on what it actually takes in order to be able to attract a man who is able to give you a great first date, but also a great second, third, fourth, and then before you know it, a great relationship as well. All right, girls, that's it from me. Hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget to comment below any sort of videos that you want me to do or questions you want me to answer. I always read the comments, people. As most of you know, I respond back to as many of you as possible. Give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.